So, it's the morning. Good morning. It is the dedicated deer of destruction. The cello, the doom. Yes. So, we're on the summit, checking out if it's just as crap and glitchy as it usually is. So far, sound is seeming okay. So that is a good start. I mean, I'm not sure why it's gone back to normal though. I was on heroic last time, so I'm going to have to go and change the settings again, so... Not really sure what happens with that. Also, best part... Should I put on the actual summit build? See what actual directives they've got on. Ammo hoarders, fog of war, revisit fragile rages, and special. No, you know what? It's not it. Let's keep me tidal wave. Okay, sound is seeming quite good. But obviously, looks can be deceptive. Wow, that was like a double there. You don't usually get a double splat of that. I think it's napalm. But in this particular instance, I got a double splat of the goo. Tell you one thing, that fire is absolutely shocking.
Vital signs critical.
I mean, honestly, that fire. Look at that. That fire is absolutely ferocious. I mean, there's no other words to describe that fire other than ferocious. It is absolutely shocking how hard that fire hits. I mean, it really, really hits hard. Honestly, sometimes I am absolutely shocked at how hard that hits. Even now, when I shouldn't be shocked, I still sometimes do get taken by surprise thinking, bloody hell, that thing's turned me into a southern fried barbecue. Well, before we go in here, what bloody trap am I walking into?
Accessing server. Field terminals detected nearby.
Oh god. I hate these terminal ones. what a surprise. Bloody cleaners. Problem is with the cleaners, you have to jump out the way of those pricks. Because that axe, ooh, that axe does some bloody damage too. And it sounds daft, but oh my god, does that axe. I know it's an axe, and I know I'm stating the obvious, but if you, like me, you've been attacked sometimes. Well, you've been attacked by those axes plenty of times. What I mean is, they are just ridiculous how bloody hard that axe hits. Compared to, like, for example, your shotgun. Like now. Yeah, look at that. That is fucking ridiculous. I was trying not to swear, but fuck me. Those axes are just ridiculous. Honestly, those axes are absolutely shocking. But I think I may have spoke a bit too soon with the sound. I think there may be a distinct possibility that there is still sound issues. The other thing I do find is the variety really does lack. I mean, like, actual, well, obviously, they lack a lot on what there is to do on Summit, but its main one that it lacks on is you can go on there in one day, and there will always be one faction they're always really heavy with on that one day.
Accessed.
I mean, it's looking like today, probably going to be cleaners. My least favourite of the factions. They're only my least favourite, truth be told. Those stupid, bloody axemen. They're just ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous. I was shooting that. Didn't need to shoot it. But I did. Okay. Oh, look. What we got in here? Nothing. So we've got a room with absolutely nothing. Okay. I'm seeing a dog. Oh, it's Rikers. Now that's a surprise. So it's looking like we're probably gonna have it's gonna be like a New York faction. character of just cleaners, might be just mostly predominantly cleaners and rikers, so there's good and bad to both of them. No axemen, which is a good thing, but they've got SMG rushers and that bloke with a really heavy machine gun, and they're annoying as fuck. Mostly the sound of it. Although, if you've noticed, PTS Part 3 has finally finished, which, to be fair, could not have come at a better time, because I've been so bored seeing all these bloody videos about PTS that they're not even testing properly. All I've seen is, oh, this build is overpowered. This build is overpowered. You will shred with this. But will you though? Will you actually though? Because it'll get nerfed into the ground because you lot just keep bloody bigging all these builds up too much. Idiots. And chances are, 9 times out of 10, they're not overpowered, they're nowhere near overpowered. So you need to stop pretending. I think it's more like, I'll be honest, what I think they're doing is they're telling you something's overpowered so people start farming for that said thing, so while you're doing that, they can go back to their current builds that they know are going to absolutely slap the builds you're trying to make. And because you haven't got it up to full spec, you think, oh, that's why. Feels very disingenuous. You know what, it's nearly as bad as some absolutely fucking delusional content creator who keeps fucking banging this drum saying that Legendary's too easy for these teams of Breeze and Fluke because it's too easy. You know what, sometimes I just feel like banging my head against the fucking wall. Because he's so fucking dull. He goes, it's his opinion. No, it's not your opinion, it's you. Well, it is your opinion, but you're completely missing the point. It's not easy because they're a good team. That is part of it. It's actually easy because, wait for it, there's not enough of it. It's practice. You fucking idiot. No, and this is the same bloke who was moaning, like, says, oh, you need more difficulty for the more hardcore player. The same bloke who was moaning about raids being too difficult for the normal casual player. So, you know, take your head out your ass, you fucking idiot. Stop pretending you actually give a shit about the hardcore player, because you don't. And that's the truth, he don't. Honestly, he couldn't give 2 fucks. And the fact is, he keeps banging on about legendaries being too easy. It's not too easy, they just need more of them. Huge difference. And also, take away the predictability. They're good at legendaries because they know what's going to happen. It's like playing Cluedo with someone who knows who the fucking killer is. I mean, it's absolutely stupid. Oh, well, these teams are breezing through it because it's too easy for them. No, they're breezing through it because that's all they do. If you ever ran with someone who's done a mission that many times, he knows exactly where all the spawn points are, and you know he's done it a lot of times because he's waiting by the said spawn point, so that as soon as they come out, he can just he's just mowing all down like that. That's exactly the same as these legendary builds. They know where everything is coming from. So it's really easy to look amazing when you already know the actual end. It's like watching a whodunit, finding out who the killer is, and then pretending halfway through that you've worked it out, when in fact you already bloody knew. It's like, oh, it's a DPS check. Well, that's what Dark Hours was. And let's face it, the more I'm looking at that thing and the way it's going, the more it's starting to look like some type of mini raid. Just a poorly done mini raid. You wait till an exclusive piece is added to it that can only be found in Countdown, or a gun that can only be bought at the Countdown venue. Countdown, like what's it called, vendor. You wait. I can see that happening. I can genuinely see that happening. Type of landscape you can see. Sometimes it's not the actual boss that's the problem, it's the landscape you've got to see, because this one's, it's not the worst. I know the corner's a bit of a pain in the ass, but no, the worst one I find is the one with like the proper balconies. Solid, let's get my long range weapons out. Oh, and here they are back with the shotguns. I'm sure this said content creator will now have a video out today about the damage glitch. You know what? Honestly, before he starts spewing his crap, I'm gonna come straight out and say it. If you do the damage glitch and they start banning people again, it's your own goddamn fault. Just because there's a damage glitch doesn't mean you have to do it. It's a bit like if someone opens a door, it doesn't mean you have to walk through it. No one is forcing you to do the damage glitch. And this time around, if it is back, you know that they know, and you know you've seen what they've done to people who've done it. So if you use a damage glitch this time and you get banned, then you know what? You're just too fucking stupid, aren't you? if that's... I know people will be like, well, you know, it's the development team fault. No, it's not. If that glitch does come back in there, and you choose to use it, it's not their fault, it's your fault. No one's holding a gun to your head saying you have to use this damage glitch. If you're choosing to use it, then you know what? You deserve everything you fucking get. You're too fucking stupid for help. I know that sounds a bit harsh. And they say, well, the dev team should make sure it's not in there. Well, you know what? Should have been spotted. If this problem came, it should have been spotted on the fucking PTS. But it wasn't. So clearly, once again, someone weren't doing their fucking job right on the PTS, were they? Come on, pop your head up, pop your head up, pop your head up. Come on. I'll give you a haircut. Come on, haircut coming up, haircut coming up. There you go, you little bitch. Come on, surely the boss is going to give me a decent backpack, right? Let's have a look. No. That's disappointing. It's absolute crap. Okay. So maybe one good backpack. Come on. And absolutely not. Not even a single sausage of a decent backpack. But getting back to it, so this delusional content creator is still going that legendary is too easy. It's not. They're fine. I mean, they may have made it too easy for themselves by doing it too much. Big difference. I've already said all they need to do is just change the spawn locations, add new enemies. They're very easy things to do. They could realistically have just gave a few more missions legendary as well. I mean, because let's face it, are you honestly telling me from what I've seen of Countdown, if that's what you've done, boys, then you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Because honestly, I'm still going to farm the absolute living shit out of it. I'm going to run that as much as I can because it looks more fun than Summit. It does.
Agent requesting backup.
Sorry, lad. Right. Okay, so you know what? I am going to go back to Washington. It's saved, so... I'm going to I'm just more shocked that we realistically still haven't got an actual release date for it. I mean, the PTS is closed. I mean, the damage glitch has apparently been found, which, if that's the case, then that means that the PTS wasn't done right, which, by the way, I did cover that missions were not being done properly. You know, they should have checked for that. Should have checked for it, but you didn't know, did you, boys? Because what were you doing? Oh yeah, you were too busy fucking about in the dark zone, making builds. That's all you gave a fuck about. All you boys gave a fuck about was making builds for the dark zone. And then you'd add, yeah, oh, you can do PvP, PvE with it as well. Fuck off. It was a build you wanted to run in the dark zone. That is all you boys have spent weeks doing. You spent the first week doing countdown just to make it look like you're actually doing fucking something. And then you did what you really wanted to do, which was just go in the dark zone with the new damage, you know, the new expertise system and that. That's all you wanted to do. You just wanted to make builds for the dark zone. You had ideas and you just used the PTS to test out your ideas. So you already know what works, what doesn't. So come, just say for example, if it's 31st of May it's released. Come the 31st of May, you already know what you're going to be running, what you're going to be farming for. So, once again, you're all full of shit. Should have been doing what you're supposed to, testing the game for fucking bugs, but you didn't. As a fucking surprise. And you fuckers have the cheek to say that the console players only did that. They just fucked about in the dark zone making overpowered builds. Well, you lot have done a fucking bang up job so far, ain't you? Sorry about if anyone doesn't like the language. It's just that, you know, after all these PTSs and these boys never seeming to be able to actually ever find these things till after the PTS has been done and dusted, it does start to feel like they know what's going on. They just choose not to say anything because they're too busy on their PvP builds. And bearing in mind, they're always telling you that no one cares about PvP and all that business. It's all about the PvE. It's you whinging PvPers that get things nerfed. So, think about that, boys. And before you start coming back at me going, no, it's the PvE players who are getting scrubbed and farmed. No, it's not. Not one PvE player has moaned, picked up their shield and gone, ooh, you know what? This shield's too strong. I'm gonna have to ask them to make this shield weaker. Come on. I know people go, well, they were the ones who got the Eagle Bearer nerfed. No, they weren't. The one who got it nerfed was, he was a PvE player, but let's face it, he weren't the only ones. He was people who were just trying to get the gun ruined because they couldn't get hold of it. They were a big difference. And before anyone says, "Oh, they were all PvE players," you can't prove that. That would be an absolute baseless accusation. Which pretty much you could probably say the same, but honestly, PvE players do not usually moan guns are too strong. Why would they moan a gun that they use in PvE is too strong if they're a PvE player? They don't. The only people that moan about guns being too strong are PvP players. The only ones that moan about skills being too strong are PvP players who are getting fed up with people using them against them. And most PvE players don't walk into a room and go, yeah, my skills did that. I go, okay, it's a bit easy. But they're not going to start moaning to devs going, oh, you need to nerf these into the ground. No, you don't do that, you fucking idiots. I mean, come on. Come on. Think about what you're actually bloody saying. Right, with that in mind, actually, just to make sure that people do actually want to watch something I'm doing instead of just going mid-rant all the bloody time, let's head to... I would say go to a supply drop, but honestly, the supply drops are shit. It's either the supply drops are really, really shit, or unfortunately, because my build is pretty much done, it's really difficult to find anything that I need. You know, I've got the guns I like at the moment. I mean, some of the new ones may change my mind. They may not. I mean, my money's on. I'll just collect them, throw in my stash, and just look at my stash and go, that's another gun I've collected. Because I've got such a habit of doing that. Can't help myself. I just collect them, hoard them. That's why I don't get another character. I don't get another character because it would just absolutely exacerbate my hoarding. But you know what? Actually, I think this has just been a rant. It's a 33-minute rant, basically a 33-minute rant. So this is just going to be I'm just going to call this Summit and Ranting, or Ranting About something. Yeah, okay. I'm going to end it here because it's getting early in the morning and yeah, it's early in the morning. I'm starting to mumble. I should go to bed. The cello is signing out. I will have a better rant next time. See you on the next one.